All right, guys, what's going on? Another week, another Smackdown or so. Let's start it off, man. Let's talk about Smackdown last week. What do you think, there, Mr. Literal? What do you think, Mr. Literal?
SmackDown, SmackDown, I thought was pretty good. I mean, obviously, it started out with the Rock concert, which, oh man, vintage Rock and the random, jab at John Morant from Memphis Grizzlies. I thought was absolutely
Yes,
hilarious.
I thought that was hilarious
Uh,
as well.
Good pickup. Good
what did you
pickup on that.
guys
That was awesome.
what did
Uh,
what did you guys think about the Rock and his little concert he had for Memphis?
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was fucking hilarious. It was great. Um, just everything
100%
about it.
agreed.
The
100% agreed.
writing, the reference to Stardust on the screen, that was freaking
Yes.
hilarious. We'll start with you, boss.
So I loved the beginning of SmackDown. I left my ass. But I knew it was going to be good when he brings out these musicians like a harmonica guy. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But when he sat down, he had that giant smirk in his face when he was about to tell do his promo or tell his tale. I was dying. It was
That was
funny.
good.
There was old school Rock, like Mr. Literal said. It was old school Rock and running his mouth, and I love it. It's
And
all
then he
part of the
got kind
drama
of
we enjoy.
he got kind of hard at the end, didn't he? More
Oh, he
serious
got
side.
dark, man.
Yeah, when he
Like
talked about whooping Cody with that dang belt and the whoop
he bring
that
out the
trick
whole belt.
chants, the whoop those trick chants referring to Cody's mom killed me. When the crowd started chanting that after he talked about having the belt beating his hand, I love that. And then, what do you guys think about him referring to himself as the final boss? You like
Is he
that? You think
wrong
it's
though?
kind of?
Is he wrong?
I guess
So
not.
Boston Mike, I'll let you take that, man, because I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for a moment.
Well, am I wrong about it? Or is he wrong about saying that? I mean, the guy probably
I
bought
think
in,
he is.
Didn't he
I
buy
think he
into
is.
TKO or something? I don't know the
Yeah,
full
Yeah.
but I
backstory.
mean,
He is
man,
the
just
boss.
because just because you are on a board and you had a fantastic career doesn't mean you're the final boss. The man hasn't been relevant in 20 goddamn years. He's been making Disney movies and then action movies where he plays the same role, right? And then when he
Right.
did Jumanji, he played the same role again, and now he thinks he's the final boss. Bro, I'll just say I'm the final boss. Dude's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, if you really
I
think about it,
guess
we are. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, D-Way, but
no, you're good.
we are the final bosses of wrestling. You know, if you really think about it, we walk away and they start losing numbers. Next thing you
That's
know,
true.
they're gonna, hey, Rock, you gotta go, man. The numbers are down. We got to get someone in there that gets these numbers up. So when it comes to the board or stuff like that, I don't.
Well, from what I heard, the
I learned
board
from
he bought.
I learned from Roddy Dangerfield. If you ever heard of him, he was a board member. But other than
Well,
that,
he only bought like $30 million, I think, of TKO. Should I say that like it's a lot? But combined, they're worth like 8 billion.
30
So I
right
don't
here.
think he really has a lot of pull in a sense. Because what's 30 million to like $8 billion? That's not a
Yeah.
huge share. I think he personally just wanted the copyright to all his rock stuff, like all the catchphrases, everything. I don't really think he has much pull, but I kind of like what they're doing with it. It's that authority figure, and I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. Honestly, let's see what happens.
We can get into that. We can get into spectacles and theories. We can
Yeah,
get into that stuff towards the end because let's go back to that one.
yeah,
But
yep.
what do you
No, I
what,
agree.
what do you think about the matches during the night? There's some good matches. You want to give us a rundown there, D-Way?
Yeah, so we had that Randy Orton
Oh,
Grayson Waller match. I thought it was a good match. I thought the match went pretty solid. Honestly, it was a good match. I my favorite part about the match though is kind of toward the end when freaking Theory took the stunner into the RKO. I thought that was amazing.
how
Thought it
much
was great.
practice went into that, and work went
I
into
know,
that.
right? They made it
But
look good.
I know Mr. Literal loves those aerobics, and he did like, I think he got stunned and then he jumped like 6 feet in the air. And he's like laying there, and just man, that was some. You
Man, I
think
will
anyone
say the
got some
last
gymnastic background?
maybe. I
What were
will
you
say
gonna say?
the last two SmackDowns, Austin Theory has been killing it with selling the stunner from Kevin Owens. And just I think honestly his wrestling has, because of the lack of development they've had with his character, his wrestling I feel like he's just put more into to kind of try and sell himself that way. And I'm a fan of it. He's
No,
looked good his past few matches.
I agree. I agree. I think he could maybe use a different, I guess, change of character in a sense. Still kind of bland in the
Yeah.
character department, but I think his wrestling and his selling and just him, that department is amazing right now. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, then all of a
Ah,
sudden, Logan Paul, the Maverick, comes out to do some commentary. I mean,
oh,
I find it comic. I find him as a
Yeah,
heel
so
comical. He can get that crowd and get annoyed. They get annoyed at him. I think he does a good job as a heel.
so with that, um, with you bringing up Logan Paul, how about we kind of bring this up here before we go past it, is the announcement by Nick Aldis after trying to ask Logan Paul if he got the apology from Randy Orton that he so desperately wanted, that it's
That
going to
was
be a
funny.
triple threat match with KO, Randy, and Logan at WrestleMania for the U.S. title. What do you think, B-Way?
I love it. I think it's going to be a banger. I think Logan Paul definitely loses that match, but we'll save that for later date. But yeah, I think the only thing I wish they could have threw LA Knight in there. Like, let's make it a
Yeah.
fatal four way. I see he's got a feud with
Oh my
AJ and
god!
whatever. It's cool, but I think LA Knight should have been thrown in there.
Boo.
Yeah,
No, he has
Okay.
his own story
Okay.
with AJ. He's got his own. He's got his own story with AJ. Whatever. Let that fairy tale go. It's a boring story. I'll be getting chips during that match. But I don't know about you
Oh
guys,
my
but at the end
God.
of the end of, the end of the match. I want to talk about the end of the match where Randy Orton and Kevin Owens standing right there. Who thought that the Viper was just going to stun him right there and be like, "Let's bring it. It's on. Let's bring it on." I mean, that's what I got from that part, but it didn't happen.
you can never count
Yeah,
Randy
I
out
don't
for
know.
sure. He loves giving out
So
RKOs.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, with what D-Way said, like you can't count Randy Orton out, but at the same time, the way it played out, so like D-Way said, you can't ever count out Randy, but the way it played out in the ring, and then when Randy quickly turned around, like I didn't think he was gonna do it because it looked like oh shit, I didn't realize that was Kevin Owens, but it's Randy Orton, you never know, he could have just dropped it right there too.
No, I
So
think both of them played well in that moment. I thought it was very. It's kind of just like a mutual respect thing. It's like, oh, you're just KO. You're not gonna fuck me over. It was an accident.
right,
No, I kind of like that. That was cool.
that's why I feel this triple threat match doesn't make a lot of sense because there's no. I mean, right now I see them just tag teaming up on Logan Paul. I mean, but
Well, I
they
mean,
both
if
want
they want,
the
yeah,
glory. Yeah, you want
if you
that
want the
belt.
championship, eventually you're gonna stab the other guy in the back.
Yeah, you got to step it up. It's just
Yep.
I'm interested because I think it's going to be a beater. They're going to beat the hell out of each other.
All right.
Let's move it along, man. Let's talk about
Yep.
the two qualifying tag team matches. It's going to be for WrestleMania. What do you guys think? Pretty deadly, pretty lame, versus the New Catch Republic. That's a good move they got going, huh?
yeah,
I want to
my
hear
favorite,
from
as you know.
Mr. Literal. I want to hear from Mr. Literal because he cannot stand
Oh
this
man,
twisty fingy guy. We watched SmackDown together. It's just, and I'm gonna agree with him, man. I mean,
okay. So the match, first and foremost, I'm really tired of this. Oh, I don't get to see the entrance of the wrestlers. Like, come on, man. It's one of our favorite, especially like
I
say what you
agree.
will about Pretty Deadly, but their entrance is so trippy. I'm a huge fan of it. Um, the match itself, I don't think was bad, as Boss and Mike, displayed ever so perfectly. I got to see the finger bending. I was a fan.
a little
Um,
dramatic.
and then New Catch Republic won. I'm not a fan of them being pushed this early because they just really formed together, and I don't like either of them. But we'll see what happens. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna agree
I
with
don't
you,
know.
man.
Do Catch Republic's got to grow it on me. I kind of like the finger bendy thing. I think it's unique. Who else has ever done that? They've stomped on fingers. They've bit people. They've done all kind of stupid stuff, but nobody. And logically, it makes sense to break fingers. Why wouldn't you break someone's fingers in a fight? Let me break your fingers to see how well you fight. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of
I got a
unique.
head,
They're
I'll
kind of
headbutt.
slowly growing on me. I like them better than Pretty
Maybe
Deadly.
because they're relatives of yours, being Irish.
Maybe. It's
Maybe
definitely
you're supporting the
possible.
Irish. I mean, just
Maybe.
like Mr. Literal supports luchadors really, really well, and I support the Cody Crybabies great.
I think both of
But
them are actually from England, though.
Yeah, I think they are from
I
England.
think
Yeah, I don't
I
think
thought
they're from Ireland.
one of them.
I think Sheamus was the only one from the Brawling Brutes actually from Ireland.
Well, then that
He
bit
needs to
won't
come
even make
back.
sense.
Exactly.
No, we'll leave
They're
it
a
in
bunch of
there.
Pretty Deadly.
frauds.
Do you think Pretty Deadly are capable of being contenders eventually down the line as champions or
No.
hails?
Not with that gimmick.
Nah, I think if they do it, they do it right, they could get it over. There's
Really?
been gay tag team champions in the past. I don't know if you guys remember Chuck and Larry. It was Badass Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo, but they played a gay tag team, and it was pretty freaking hilarious. It was stupid at first, but
Didn't they get married in
it
the
got
ring?
yeah, it got
Yeah,
over
I'm
with the
pretty sure they got-
crowd. It was pretty hilarious. I'm not saying that's the same thing that's going to happen to them, but if you never know who the crowd is going to boo or cheer at the end of the day. So we'll see what happens. I think they're fine in the ring. Their gimmick's just kind of weird. They can wear different
Belong
shirts.
in Lord of the
Well, you can at
Rings.
least wear, I don't know.
They're from England, I think. Didn't they promote from England? Pretty Deadly? Yeah, Pretty Deadly. I think they're from like England. They were promoting when they're doing the primos.
Yeah, they were in
Like
NXT UK, so I'm assuming they may be over there somewhere.
It was,
Yeah, I
it was
think
actually the only tag qualifying match on SmackDown.
no, those two. LWO versus the first match was LWO versus Legado
Yeah.
del Fratasm.
I thought that was on. I thought that was
yeah.
on Raw.
Nah,
No,
it's on
it was
SmackDown.
Smacky.
Oh, I got my shows mixed up. I apologize.
It's all good.
The Phantasmo Fantasticos won.
Yeah, Cruz and
They beat
LWO, but
Joaquin
Cruz and
Phoenix.
Walking Phoenix. No importance. I like the concept of this qualifying match. Like, I just don't think there's a lot of good tag team right now that can.
Well, there's 2 spots left. You guys have any thoughts on who you would like to maybe see in that match?
I mean, maybe that's Raw next Monday Night Raw.
Well, I think they're having some more on SmackDown. Supposedly, rumors swirling out there the Hardy Boys might come back at some point, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
They're too
AEW?
fucking old. They were, but supposedly their contracts are coming up pretty quickly or something like
I'm
that.
good. I'm good.
Those
they're
men
too old.
need to retire.
They're done. You got some talking points though on the main event, which was Bailey versus Dakota Kai. I thought it was a solid
can't wait for
match
this.
until the end with the DQ. I thought it was kind of a lame way to end the match. It was just kind of like the match was getting better, I think, better and better and better and better, and then it just kind of ended, and it was like, oh, that's kind of lame. So I was very disappointed at that. And then freaking Naomi came out and she got beat up. So
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't
come
know.
out and save the day and get my ass kicked.
Yeah, right.
Usually, those people that come out and save the day, they save the day. Not Naomi.
I'm
She
invested
came out
in the story with them, but I don't know. Naomi's not a game changer. They need someone else. It's gonna happen. Someone's music's gonna hit. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think they need someone to help Bailey and Naomi. Because there's 4 damage control.
powerhouse.
Yeah,
A
someone.
really good
There's 4 of them.
powerhouse. I'll give Becky Lynch a call there, Mr. Literal. What do you think?
Well,
No,
if someone's going to call Becky Lynch, it would be you.
I wish. That was a good match. I enjoyed the match for the Dakota versus Bailey. Dakota put up a good fight, but I knew from the beginning that damage control is going to come ruin the day. And
Oh yeah, guaranteed. It's kind of predictable in that sense. I'm invested into the story though.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I like the story.
I like the story.
I want to talk about that for a moment. Like, are we getting tired of the cliffhangers on SmackDown and Raw, where fight, boom, it's over. Like Raw getting slapped and no one else saw what happened, or what happened after went off the air. I don't know how I feel about cliffhangers. Once in a while, but not every week. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. You guys got opinions on them? Cliffhangers.
I mean, like, I see one side of it where it's like, oh man, this cliffhanger sucks. Like, I'm not a fan of it, but at the same time, like, as mad as I was when it cut after Cody smacks The Rock, it leaves you wanting it that much more, whether it's Raw on Monday or if it's SmackDown the next Friday. Like, yeah, I was furious. Like, come on, man, I want to see what happens next, but I still want to see what happens next. So it's like clickbait, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's like any other TV show, right? A series you watch on Netflix. How do you watch a whole season? Binge watch a whole season? They do
Yeah, the
cliffhangers.
cliffhangers.
It's annoying.
Okay, maybe I don't mind that cliff. Like a battle cliffhanger is cool, but like I don't like the battle cliffhangers. Like I'm gonna punch him in the face, and it was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? Boom. Never gonna see what's gonna happen next unless we go to the YouTube, which you should. So to go down there, subscribe, like, and share all that for us, living room referees. Was starting this out, but the story cliffhangers are not bad. He's running his mouth, saying what he's got to say, then standing there looking all tough, cuts the camera. That I can live with, because words can carry over. What are they gonna do? Like put everybody on their marks and be like, all right, we're gonna start this segment now. Ready, go. It's a whole new week. So I like cliffhangers, story cliffhangers, we can call it, versus battle cliffhangers. I don't know the proper term.
It just sucks because
Yeah,
you have to
so-
wait a whole nother week to see the next part of the cliffhanger.
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
series part.
Right. So it's like with the cliffhanger, like when I was young, I was so dumb. Like, so with the week where Cody smacked The Rock, like as soon as it cut off the air when I was younger, I'm like, oh, okay, it's over. They just leave. Like nothing else happens. Like I didn't have the concept of things happened in the arena that wasn't televised. So it was just like, oh, all right, they go home now.
Well, they stop, they pack their bags and leave.
Right?
Well, I
That's
guess
what I thought.
when Cody slapped The Rock, I don't know if you guys saw videos of I'm assuming it's some type of producer guys on the side of the camera winding the arm like this, essentially telling The Rock he needs to cut his stuff short because they were assuming
Oh.
because TV time was coming. Yeah, it's out there, and somewhere I saw it on TikTok
On
or
my
something like
phone.
that. Yeah, but you could see a guy in all black trying to get The
Yelling
Rock's
at the
attention.
Rock
and
attention.
was-
He was
yeah.
not. Yeah, he wasn't paying attention to him at all.
Mhm.
He was just like staying in there, staying in character, whatever you want to call it, but just staying there and focus on what he has to say. So
it's funny you say that. I actually saw this thing on because I have the Bleacher Report pulled up to help kind of go over stuff, and it brought up the fact that, which I wanted to talk about, Bailey's main event match being literally 12-minute time slot, and the rest of the matches like you didn't see entrances. Was this another one of, yeah, The Rock only did 15 minutes, but he was only slotted for 8,
Yeah,
because everything else, like, it was a good show, but everything else did seem a little rushed.
I know they never used to cut people's
Yeah, we
entrances
missed-
off.
we missed like 4 or 5 entrances. I remember we were
Yeah.
discussing about it.
I mean, they'll do
Sure
the
did.
occasional jobber. They wouldn't show his entrance if this dude's about to get
Yeah,
smashed.
but
But they were
there's some pretty
were
legit
skipping-
people getting their entrance cuts.
Yeah, they were skipping people for the qualifying matches for
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yep.
Like, look, I like The Rock. I like what he's done for WWE. Him as a wrestler, huge fan. But if we're at the point where we're cutting entrances to wrestlers trying to qualify for WrestleMania, like, say whatever you think about Pretty Deadly, like that's still a big match for them,
Yeah.
and you're cutting
I
their
agree.
entrance. Something's got to be done. Something's got to be done. As good as he is for TV, we can't be hurting the rest of the roster like that.
So, how do you guys feel about all his swearing and cussing that he's been doing? Supposedly, there's some people backstage not too happy because they don't get to go out and cuss on TV and such
Yeah.
like that.
So,
Well, let's be honest.
you know what?
It's The Rock.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead, Boston Mike.
yeah. Well, what can you say? It's The Rock. I mean, you got some smojo back there. I don't know. We'll say Otis is mad because he can't swear on TV. But that versus The Rock. It's The Rock. The guy's done 80 something movies, big blockbuster movies. How many and whatever? It's The Rock. So of course he can say whatever he wants, and because people are gonna the ratings comes, it means that the ratings are more important.
Yeah, people are
I
going to be
guess.
watching.
Okay, but let me flip that. So you're sitting here and you're saying, "Oh, it's Otis." Well, let's look at. And I don't want to jump ahead. But let's look at Cody's promo from Monday.
I
And I
thought that was
texted
probably
you
the best
guys,
promo in a long time.
right? Like I texted you guys and I said, "Hey, man, did the PG rating go out the window?" Right?
Yeah.
Cody's another name that brings ratings, and you get this man
Mhm.
on Monday Night Raw telling The Rock he has little dick syndrome. That's
Beep.
definitely not PG.
No beeps. No
Yep.
So
beeps there.
I'm just saying, I don't think we can jump straight to, oh, well, Otis versus The Rock. When
Okay,
in
maybe you're right.
reality, it's your Seth freaking Rollins, it's your Drew McIntyre, it's your Gunther, it's
Yeah,
Roman Reigns. You know,
they
like
don't cuss.
none of them cuss. But if they did, it would boost the ratings higher than they already
Yeah.
are for those wrestlers. Like Otis isn't gonna swear. Otis says three things in a month,
Oh, thank you.
right?
I wish I could do this Otis shit.
You hear Otis just go, yeah, and then do a worm. Okay, he's not worried about swearing.
He's a good Christian boy, Catholic boy,
Good
whatever. He
Christian
could be any.
boy.
He's a good religious boy.
Probably. I mean, he is from Wisconsin. I'm sure he's, just a nice country boy that goes to
For
church
real.
on Sundays.
Bet he likes the Packers. Watch him hate the
Probably.
Packers. All right. Well,
Everybody hates the Packers. They suck.
I think I think the PG rating needs to go out the window.
Well, it's
you know
going
what's
to next
funny?
year
On our
with
TikTok, on the Living Room Referees TikTok, I made a video about that actually, and I actually had a pretty good
Really?
comment. Yeah, he said, because I literally asked the same question. I asked, is the PG rating going out the window with these past two promos, or will it go out the window in the future? And essentially his response was no, because of all the corporate sponsors they have with other people, and kind of the
Yeah.
audience has kind of shifted in the sense. So it's more corporate than it used to be, I guess. And when you're corporate, you can only do so many things.
So,
Yeah.
question for that response, like fantastic point. But with this new deal coming up where they're moving, I believe it's Raw to Netflix, is that going to loosen it up a little bit, even with the corporations? Like, is there something that they cut in the deal? Is it going to be the same stipulation? Because it's Netflix. You can get away with a lot on Netflix. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
nope. I agree. I think they're
we can
definitely gonna
get
be able to push
nudity
some
on
boundaries
Netflix,
with
could we not?
Netflix. Yeah.
Nudity. Maybe
What do
bring
you,
back Braun
what do you
panty
got,
match.
Boston
I'm all
Mike?
about that.
Really? Because last week, hold on. This
I'm just
time
kidding.
out,
I'm
time
just
out,
kidding. No, put it in. Put it in. Put
time
it in.
out, time out. Throw the flag. Throw the flag. Okay. We got Mr. Flip Flop, aka Boston Mike, over here. If we go back to the records, don't worry, we have them. Last week, you were against the addition of Braun panties matches, and now if they show
I
up on
still am.
Netflix, you're
I
suddenly a
still
fan. Please
am.
discuss. Please discuss.
Well, after sleeping on it and getting slapped by a few friends, it makes sense if it goes to Netflix. I mean, we're gonna see movies. I mean, I like movies. You know, if Nia Jax wants to take the boobies out, I'm good. No, I'm not gonna look now. Still not gonna look. But sorry, man,
My
my
God. There's the
arm itches
Boston
like
Mike
hell.
we all know.
Right. The Boston Mike.
It's getting closer to Easter, so I'm trying to be, in touch
But
with my
still
religious.
remember though, SmackDown's still going to be on cable TV. Only Raw is going to
Yeah.
be on Netflix. So I wonder if that's
Right?
the case. If Raw's pushing that boundary, how much is? I think SmackDown's going to be on USA. Is that what I said?
Yeah,
SmackDown's moving to USA. How much is
USA.
SmackDown
Yep.
going to allow that boundary compared to Netflix? So we'll see. Time will tell.
I mean, Fox is a bigger network than USA, but they also have more wholesome family shows.
I don't know,
maybe-
man.
Yeah.
USA, I mean, Fox is big, but USA's come a long ways over the
Oh
years,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else we want to throw in for SmackDown, or we want to move this over to Raw?
I think we can.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I'm cashed on SmackDown.
Do
yeah, we're
what?
good. I think we're good.
I think I'm good on SmackDown. Yeah.
Think we're good? Yeah, I got nothing left for SmackDown.
All right, so SmackDown, ended. A couple days later, we're going to talk about Raw. This past Monday Night Raw, I gave it 2 thumbs up. I enjoyed it. How about you
Two
guys?
thumbs up. I liked it. I thought it was a solid show. It did some solid work. Started off with Jay calling out Jimmy. Pretty emotional promo, I thought. I liked the
Yeet
promo.
or
I
no
thought
yeet?
it was good. Yeet or no yeet. What did Jay say something like, even though all the bad things you've done, you're still my brother and I love you. And the crowd went, oh, I thought that was sweet. Little tender moment there. And then, of course, you knew Solo was just going to beat everybody up. And then Cody came out and gave him a hand. I thought it was a good segment. You guys got anything you want to throw on that?
I'm on the fence of did I like the segment? Yes, but I'm so tired of the bloodline stuff. I'm tired of the Jimmy and Jay stuff.
You don't
So
like
it's
the
just
Jimmy and
like
Jay stuff?
I want something new. That's
All
really
right,
all it is.
I see
I
that.
can't I can't shit talk it. I can't say anything bad about it. I just want something new as a fan. That's really it.
Well, I think we could be seeing the whole that story at least coming to an end at WrestleMania. Did you guys notice the call Rikishi sign in the crowd in the background? I thought that
I
was kind of
did.
funny.
I did see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Call
Now, who
Rikishi
knows?
up.
Maybe we get Rikishi as a
I'm all
special
for the
guest
yeet.
referee.
I'm all for yeet versus no yeet. I mean,
Yeah,
they both got a little bit of powerhouse. They both got flying capability. So I'm gonna enjoy that match. I mean, I said it once. I'll say it a million more times. It's got to be in the same type of match. It can't just be,
yeah.
brother versus brother. It's got to be a cage, Hell in a Cell, table. Something
Make it
huge
interesting.
needs to happen between these two. It's brothers versus brothers. And like you mentioned this past Monday night when we were watching Raw, it happens every 15 Manias, brother versus brother.
Yeah,
first
that's
15 was
happened.
Brett versus Owen. Second,
Yep.
15 years later, who's the other two there?
The
Mr.
Hardy Boys fought
D-Way.
each
Sorry,
other.
Mr. D-Way.
Yeah, Jeff and Matt fought each other, and then 15 years later it'll be Jimmy and Jay. I thought that was kind of wild.
So, yeah, brother versus brother. I like that. I'm down for it. It just needs to be an epic battle, an epic battle.
Epic.
All right, moving along. What else was happening
Yep.
on Monday Night Raw?
We had
we
next.
wanna
I think we'll roll into.
talk about?
I did like the D. I wasn't a fan of the DIY versus Creed match until the end. I don't know why. I thought the match was kind of slow in the beginning, but I thought the ending, the last like 5 minutes of that match was fantastic. I also liked when the Power. I forget when he picked him up from a suplex from his knees, and then stood straight up while his brother. Is it his brother? Yeah, Creed brothers. His brother hopped in the ring and picked him up too. I thought that was a pretty cool spot.
Yeah. That was pretty epic.
Boston, Mike.
Just picked him right up with so much power.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just epic. Pick him up like that with absolute power. I enjoyed that match. It was.
I'm getting early
like
Steiner
said,
Brothers vibes
out
from then.
Okay. Yeah, you've mentioned that before.
The Steiner Brothers.
Like 15 years down the line from now, those two brothers could be going at it.
Yeah, right. Good point. 15 years later, they might be going at it. How crazy would that be?
They are indeed brothers.
Oh, that's cool. That makes it that much better then.
Yep, they are actually brothers too.
Where are they from? Does it say?
Well, I closed the tab,
again,
my friend.
No worries then.
They are
Wisconsin.
Let's get the information.
They look like they're from Wisconsin or Minnesota. They're wrestlers too, I guarantee.
They're from Ohio.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's where SummerSlam's going to be next year. Well, Cleveland.
I'm heading up there. This year, right?
Just like Logan Paul.
Yeah, in August.
Yeah. All right. What else happened there, Mister? I gotta stop calling you Mister.
Oh, it was the Cody promo.
Yes.
It was the Cody promo. That promo. Wait, what'd you think of it, Miss Little? We'll start with you. I want to hear what you had to say about this.
My God, that promo. So, First of all, the promo was absolutely amazing. Loved it. Loved every moment of it. The fact that Cody came out in that all black suit was just like, ooh, possible. On my mind, a possible heel turn, even though I know it's not going to because it's Cody. And
That suit was
then,
pimp.
Oh, that suits.
dude, I mean,
I told you.
Cody always comes out dressed to the nines, dude. Like he's always looking sharp. But Cody's a lot nicer about the Rock's mom than the Rock is about Cody. I thought it was hilarious.
Yep.
I like your mom.
Um,
Oh, good comeback, Cody.
the fact that he called the Rock a whiny asshole was amazing,
Yeah.
and I don't think he's wrong.
No.
And then I keep telling him that he has little dick syndrome again was
Ah,
amazing.
I was not
fun,
ready for him to say that. That was hilarious.
bro. That was spot on. Little
I thought,
dick syndrome.
He also
I thought
called.
it was amazing.
He also told him that he was Roman's side chick. I thought that was funny.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Yep.
did.
He also called him a little bitch. I thought the
Like you said, it
promo.
was a good promo. It was good.
The Rock put up a good promo, and I think Cody matched it. If not, maybe better.
Sounds like
I
Cody
think
went
he
out.
definitely had to match
I
it.
think Cody beat it, man. I think Cody
Yeah.
beat it,
I'm
man.
gonna have to agree with that. Let's see what our fans say too. You know,
Yeah.
all of them. But let's see what they say. You know,
Yeah,
I think who had a better promo.
By far, by far.
I'm going
I
with
think
Cody.
the
I think
fact that it
Cody's was better.
was, yeah, I think because to me it was. Don't get me wrong. I know it took a lot of work for the song and the rock and everything, but that just the way that promo was and the fact that he delivered it the way he did, and that's not usually what you see from Cody Rhodes.
No.
To me, makes it an automatic win. It doesn't matter that it's the Rock. It doesn't matter what he did. That was such a different look for Cody Rhodes that to me it just skyrockets how good the promo was at face value.
No, I agree. I was thinking the same thing. Like it's the Rock's promo was amazing and great, but the fact that that came from Cody makes it better. You just weren't expecting that. It wasn't expecting that at all.
Well, I'm going to buy
Completely
that
agree.
suit. I think I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna buy that suit and see what I look like in it.
I thought you were gonna wear the
Well,
Pretty Deadly shirt. It was
Ah,
better than that.
it's really mean. I think it more like Otis.
what else was there? Oh, that's right. There was also, let's talk about this for a minute. The contract signing for the Intercontinental title match between Sami Zayn and Gunther. What do you guys think? How do you feel about that?
I think Sami Zayn can't do diddly to Gunther. Come on, man, it's Gunther. But
It is good.
But I guess we'll get into it with WrestleMania. Sami Zayn brought up a good point that he took away the belts from the Usos that had it for record-breaking time frame. So maybe Sami Zayn's a record breaker and he's going to take the belt. But we'll get into that part hardcore when our Mania topic we're going to be doing within a week or so. But Gunther, man, he's a savage on the mic. I think he's awesome. I like Gunther. He's funny as hell, and he just I'm not even gonna try to do his voice, but like when he was like, I'm not even afraid of you, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
you're nobody.
I like the promo. I thought it was good. I thought both of them did pretty well on that. Gunther just oozes confidence in a sense. Like, who's this schmuck? Get this schmuck out of here. And then on the opposite spectrum, Sammy's like trying to play that underdog card, I guess, in a sense. But I thought he really put some effort and work into it. I like the contract signing, even though it's not Chad Gable, but thought that segment was good. And then it led right into that camera shot that walked into the back, and then you saw Awesome Truth, and it led right into that entrance. I thought that was freaking the coolest thing ever. I've never seen them do that before.
Dude, let's talk about that. That put us right in the mood for R-Truth and Miz.
Yeah, the Awesome Truth.
I like the tag team coming out and rap freestyling coming out like that together.
Tusk. They got to be the fan favorites, right? To win the tag team championship.
I'm gonna put my money on them. when we do our board and before Mania, I think we should definitely.
I think they need
put
to
them
set
up there
that
as
match up in a
for me.
sense, kind of how this one ended, where the Miz, or not the Miz, but R-Truth kind of accidentally won in a sense, where he fell over on him and he got the 3 counts. Like, what the hell is going on? I think they need to try and incorporate that into the ladder match. Like, R-Truth just be up there and be like, how did I get in this moment right now? And then be like, oh, the belts are right there. Something like that. I think that'd be really
Yeah.
funny and really cool.
That'd be amazing.
Can't wait to Mania. Mania is just I'm getting so excited for Mania.
It's gonna be a good
Yeah,
show.
it's almost like every episode it hypes up the anticipation for it because it's just like, oh my God, it's already adding to what's already going to be an amazing show.
Yeah, you got to see
Can't
a
not
Paul
watch
Heyman.
Paul Heyman get inducted.
He's got to induct himself, like announce himself out. He's
All right,
got
Mr. Little, how mad would you be if CM Punk inducted Paul Heyman?
Ooh.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Oh,
Hey,
Since we're
it's a
gonna be talking-
possibility.
keep
Since
poking
we're
that
going to be
cage.
talking about
Look,
this,
look. Poking that cage,
I'm
man.
going to add this, okay, because we're going to be talking about this for a minute, right? And I think
right.
this gentleman deserves the time, right? So I'm going to start by saying I love Paul Heyman. He
That's
is amazing on the microphone. He's amazing for the business. His resume speaks for himself. However, I loathe CM Punk, and I know those two. I know those two were like super tight. Paul worked with CM Punk for like the longest time. But man, I hope Paul Heyman walks out and you just hear Brock Lesnar's music fucking hit.
Yo, that would be pretty
That's
cool, actually.
That's the only other person I would accept to announce his induction.
Any chance Roman inducts him?
That's probably. I think that might happen. But I think as a fan, like Mr. Little said, and his promos, his writing, his creativity, everything. It's just he's got to announce himself out. My name. That's it.
Right. Or like the fact that a manager, right? Because that's pretty much what he is with the tribal chief, the wise man. Like I get it, but he's basically their manager. Comes out and the crowd says his name with him. There's wrestlers that can't get over, right?
Right.
And then there's Paul Heyman. Like, I'm sorry, like I know he's a GOAT, but if I'm a wrestler and I can't get a crowd reaction and a manager can, I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I don't know who's going to deduct him. I mean, I think the obvious choice at some point would have been Brock Lesnar, but with who knows what's going on with them. Watch it just be someone random. Watch it be like his wife or something that inducts him, or his son or something like that.
I'd love to see his son, but well, no, maybe. So moving along, let's talk about Mr. Seth freaking Rollins and Drew's promo that happened on Raw. Let's go with you, Mr. Lidrow, being a big Drew fan.
Ooh. So I'm gonna start off by saying my favorite part was the beginning. Drew's walking down the ramp, and then Seth's music busts out. And it's the camera angle looking over Drew's shoulder, and you just have Seth coming out dancing, and he just, like, then he comes up, and he's just like flying like a bird, just right past him. I thought it was amazing. Right then and there, I knew it was going to be a banger.
That's a smack in the face. Just walk right by, but Drew's like, motherfucker.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I agree. That was good. I like that.
Listen, I'm gonna let D-Way take the next part of it because that entrance was enough for me.
No, yeah, it was good. I liked it. I liked the whole promo in a sense. I liked you see a more
He's an addict.
serious, more serious side of Seth Rollins in a sense. Kind of drop the gimmicks for a second. Let's kind of talk man to man here. Let's get down to business. You're a big ass dude. I'm a big ass dude. Let's fight. Let's drop the fucking fancy clothes. I like that. And I think that's the side of Seth we need to see because the gimmick's cool and all, but Drew looks like he's going to kick your ass, essentially what I'm saying. So let's get a little bit more serious here. I'm glad he did
Drew
that.
looks hungry, man.
Yeah, I think
Drew looks
Drew's going to
hungry.
kick his ass.
He is hungry.
What's
Have you seen his T-shirt game recently, bro?
bro? His T-shirt's been on point lately. I like it. He's killing it. And freaking CM Punk comes back next to Raw, so there's got to be an encounter between Drew and
Ooh,
CM Punk.
I
And
hope
they're in
I hope he
Chicago.
wears the one. I hope he wears the gravestone one right up to his
Oh
face.
my
I hope he
God, that would
does.
be amazing.
what if
I would love that.
CM Punk is guest referee for that match? Can they alter that match right
He's
now?
not. He's not. He's still hurt. He's not cleared.
We don't know why he's coming back.
See?
Maybe he is Monday. I mean, stories being
There's
There's
written.
no
some
way
spec.
he's back from a. There's no
I
way
don't
he's
know,
back from
man.
a torn tricep.
As long
If he's back,
Yeah, but
no,
he's
if
not
he's back,
wrestling.
it's
All he's
all
got to do is
story.
one.
It's all story if he comes back this quick. I'm calling it right now. If he comes back at WrestleMania, he never tore his tricep, something happened, and we need answers.
So do you think the hospital's playing along then? I mean, he took pics from the hospital. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess he
Yeah,
never saw the
maybe they're
surgery itself.
maybe he's not
yeah,
cleared
maybe
to
they're paying
wrestle,
him. I
but
don't know.
he could be cleared to be. He could be cleared to be
Conspiracy
referee.
theory, conspiracy theory right now. You heard it here first. CM Punk isn't really injured.
No?
He's just sleeping.
So how mad would you be if he came out and screwed Drew and Seth run?
I'd
You would be.
absolutely lose my shit.
Ah!
I
Oh
would
man.
Maybe
if I even hear cult of personality, I will have an aneurysm, I swear.
So you just
so.
turn that
Maybe
song when
it's
you hear it
gonna.
on the radio now?
Maybe
Man,
we
I
could
will
pay
so
someone to pay it outside
man,
your house.
so I knew because I'd had it spoiled that CM Punk came back. And it still pissed me off when I watched it. I will
Oh
not be
Just
man.
happy.
saying. What is he going to talk about? What else would we need to see CM Punk Monday night? He can't
Nah,
wrestle. He
they're
can't.
they're in his hometown of Chicago. They're already altering the entrance
For
of
what?
Raw so they can fit a higher capacity because CM Punk's a god in Chicago. That's why. So
That
they're gonna
doesn't make it
sell
worse.
out
They're
the
just used to
Allstate
the
Arena.
Bears.
I
Bears.
know, right? The Bears.
You know, get those.
You
The
guys remember
bone.
that War Games setup they had where he came out with that setup in Chicago? They're doing that same setup for Raw.
Yeah.
It's going to be a short entrance so they can sit people behind as well. The demand was that high for tickets, I guess, from what I was reading.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yep.
So it seems like Chicago's the only city that cares about CM Punk.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So maybe
That's
God.
pretty
it's a good
accurate.
thing we're not watching Mania with Mr. Literal, because when CM Punk does come out for Mania, we don't have to hear him throw a
I think
shoe.
he'll
Where's
be
the
there in
Chavo?
some capacity.
All of a sudden
There's no.
If CM
he's 6'1".
if CM Punk, I'll put this. I'll say this. I won't be mad if CM Punk shows up to WrestleMania. If CM Punk alters the Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre match, I swear to God,
You
I
will
will write
six
a
foot
very
nine your
strongly
TV.
worded. No, I will not break anything. I will write a very strongly written email to Triple H and Creative and tell them how wrong they are and why CM Punk needs to never step foot into a wrestling
Will you
ring
share
again.
that? Will you
He's
share that?
old.
Will you share that email with us? If that happens, can we all read
Absolutely.
it?
Yes, we all have to read that
Absolutely.
email.
Absolutely.
Can we get
I
Morgan?
will read it
You think
word
we have
for
enough
word.
money to hire Morgan Freeman to read it?
I will nah. I will read it word for word for everybody, and then you can post it wherever.
Yes.
Uh, I can't wait for that to happen. I was looking forward for Christmas this year, maybe, but something might be bigger this year. Definitely.
Nah,
Yeah,
I think
you might get it in April.
I think he shows up in some capacity, even if it's like a guest host type of thing. Because I mean,
I hope he
CM
tears
Punk,
his other tricep.
he does draw numbers, so they're gonna get. It's WrestleMania. They're gonna. I'm surprised they're not trying to bring in. They're advertising Hulk Hogan or something crazy for it. And they might. Who knows?
It's
He might
40.
show up.
It's
It is WrestleMania.
WrestleMania
Yeah, it's
4.
WrestleMania 40.
You know,
Yeah.
40
I don't know.
years milestone.
Is Hulk Hogan still running around saying racist stuff? Because I don't know if they want that around Philadelphia.
Nah, they were advertising. Oh yeah, that's true. I say they're
Oh,
advertising him for the game, so he's definitely, I guess, in good graces with the company again. But fuck, that'd actually be kind of funny to see. Imagine Hogan shows up with that Philly crowd.
Oh my
God.
God!
Oh.
You just hear his song. People in Philly would lose their mind. Just to hear the whole "I am a real American."
American. Comes out with his eyes over. I'm
Oh,
over that. I'm over Hogan.
Oh
It's
my
bad enough.
God.
What if him and Ric Flair come out together? Woo!
Ric Flair and me. Oh my God! Don't even get me started on Ric Flair.
Hey, he's too busy getting his energy drink pushed on AEW. That's their official drink now.
Oh,
Oh
ever
man,
since
he
Prime.
is.
Yeah.
Ric
Wooberry.
Flair
I don't think I've had it
is.
yet.
That man is
What
gonna
is it?
die in the wrestling ring.
No, he
I
will.
has to. He has to.
It's called Wooberry.
I think it's more
And it
like
won't
he's
be.
gonna disintegrate. Just
Yeah, like it won't be. It won't be tragic like when Hart died in the ring. It's gonna be pathetic and hilarious when
Hey,
Ric
he's the only
Flair
wrestler I ever
like
met.
spontaneously combusts during a match.
You know what's funny? When I stood next to him, like you expect like old people, I guess, to be small. He's like the most jacked old person I ever met. Like you could just tell how thick he was and muscular he was. I could still beat his ass though, but saying he looked pretty jacked for an old guy. He's the only
So
wrestler I've ever met.
D-Way beat
D Wade can kick Ric Flair's
Ken
ass. Take
D-Way.
it to the bank.
I was tempted to
Okay.
ask him to give me a knife edge chop when I was there, but I didn't know if that'd be appropriate.
Just give him a
Just you
Oh,
big
should have gotten
woo.
to say woo on your phone. Woo.
that would have been cool. Hey, he was there selling his weed. He had some good weed. Can't complain too much.
He could have brought up his daughter.
Oh.
Like, hey man, I banged her in high school.
Yeah, he goes, "Where are you from? Michigan."
Is she?
No.
It's possible. I don't know where's she from. All right, what else happened, Mister?
Yeah,
What
back to
else
Raw.
happened?
We had a tag team qualifier. It was the New Day versus Alpha Academy. Well, New Day were saying Otis and how you say it? Tozawa. There we go.
Oh, Tozawa.
Tozawa and Otis. Did anyone expect Otis and Tozawa to win as much?
No,
I like both of them. They weren't beating the New Day. Kind of saw
No.
that coming, I guess. I like the match. I thought the match was
Yeah.
solid, but I mean, kind of predictable outcome, I guess.
Yeah, match was good. I liked the match, but unfortunately, like you said, you weren't going to see um, Otis into. Okay, I could see them putting Otis into WrestleMania, but not Tozawa. I hate to say it, but
Otis is a former
no.
Money in the Bank winner. He's arguably had like one of the worst Money in the Bank reigns of all time.
probably
Really?
worse
Yeah.
than Damian Priest.
Well, I think Otis tried to cash in and he lost, so I guess the judgment's just still out there.
Poor guy.
I know,
Oh,
right?
that
Yeah, he
poor
won Money
guy.
in the Bank one year.
I could just see poor Otis like trying to cash in his thing and just go, yeah, and then get pinned.
That's so bad.
The
Freaking
poor
Goes
guy.
to
Otis.
cash it in, and it's like does not accept. Declined. Gets a decline. Yeah, cash it in. Declined.
Declined.
Poor guy.
Let's see.
Poor guy. So yeah, that was a not bad match, right?
No, I
New
enjoyed
Day.
it. It was
It was
good.
a good match.
All right,
Yeah.
what else do we got going for?
We had the main event of the evening. It was the last woman standing match between Becky Lynch and Nia Jax. Well, Mr. Little, I heard you say something. You got something you want to say about that match?
So the match ended the way I figured it would, as I discussed with you, D-Way. We're not going to have Becky lose before WrestleMania,
Yeah.
but I'm so sick of her. And Nia Jax is looking
Wah,
better and
wah.
better each match since she's come back. They could have let her win. I'm just saying, I would have enjoyed it. It would have been amazing. But we got to stop we got to stop pushing Becky Lynch. I mean, she's terrible. She's old. She can't move.
Hey, did you hear she's
Um,
officially a U.S. citizen now? She's
Good for
got
her.
her
She still
citizenship.
sucks at wrestling.
Poor
So,
Ah,
and with somebody as big as Nia
poor Becky
Jax,
Lynch.
you can't not push her at some point with the improvement she's showing. Like, come on.
I agree.
You expect me to believe
I
some
mean,
old Irish chick who can barely move beat that big Samoan? Come on.
I thought it was a banger match. I thought they put a hurt on both of each other. I thought they put on a good match, hands down.
No, I
Took tables, chairs to each other, and they didn't hold back. I thought it was a good match. I agree with Mr. Literal that there's no way Becky Lynch is going to lose before Mania, especially this against Nia Jax. She's a beast. She's a strong woman, but does not know how to set up a table. She tried 6 times. Did you notice
I
that?
know, right? Yep. The only
Can't get
thing
the damn leg to work.
the only thing I didn't like about this match was the ending. I thought the whole match was fine. The spot where Becky jumped off the ladder and did the leg drop onto Nia, I thought they tried too hard to get Nia in the right spot. Like she essentially just walked into it, like leg drop me in the back of the head. I didn't like that. I thought maybe she could have got her on the table. She probably couldn't have picked her up, but get her on the table somehow and then do the leg drop. Nia just walked into it. I thought that's kind of lame, but it was a fine match. It was
It's like what 3 weeks in a row with ladies main eventing, SmackDown Raw, SmackDown. I think it was, or SmackDown Raw. I can't remember, but I think it was like
yeah.
because I was Dakota and
There's
Bailey
been
Friday
quite a few
night.
episodes in a row. Yeah, which they.
Yeah,
I'm still salty that they gave them like 12 minutes of slotted time. Something had to have ran over because that's just offensive to not only the wrestlers but to the whole purpose of a main event. Like you're giving them 13 minutes.
No, I agree.
That's
I thought
obnoxious.
I was kind of surprised because I looked. Every time the main event starts, I always look at the time just to see how long we can expect this main event to go, and they
Yeah,
literally
like
had
and a
like
lot of them went like a
16,
half hour.
less than 15 minutes. Yeah, it was. I was like, how are they going to do a last woman standing match in this short of time? 'Cause it's a pretty brutal match. Like, but yeah,
they put a hurt on.
Maybe Cody went over in his promo
I don't know. I'm
talking
talking
about
about
The
the
Rock.
SmackDown.
Mm.
No, like
For what?
Becky and Nia had far more time for their match than
Oh yeah, no, I
Bailey and
agree,
them
but
did.
no, I agree, but they still had pretty short for a last woman standing match.
Yeah,
They did have more
I will
time
agree
though.
to that.
I expect that match to be at least like 30, 35 minutes, and it was like less than 20.
Any high points, low points that we missed on this past Monday?
No, I mean I think overall it was a really good show. Even the
I think
matches that I thought were like quote unquote filler matches because there's just not much story around what they were showing. I thought were pretty good too.
Raw was decent for me. I enjoyed it.
no, I liked it. I thought the main point obviously was the Cody Rhodes promo. That promo was just it was too memorable. That's probably one of the best promos he's ever cut. Like
Yeah,
I thought it
that
was
one was
great.
insane.
It was really freaking good. So how about this? If Cody can somehow beat the Bloodline, well, essentially he's got to beat the Bloodline at WrestleMania. If he beats Roman, does Roman get a rematch, or does he demand a rematch? And do we see some shenanigans in that?
I mean, I was thinking that the other day. Like, I saw this post about Cody, and it says, he wins the belt. What is Roman gonna do after? Is he gonna leave wrestling for a little bit, take a breather, maybe, or is he gonna come back strong and demand a rematch? I mean, this is Cody's rematch. He didn't demand it right after, did he? I can't remember, but
Well, I don't think this is necessarily Cody's rematch because he won the Royal Rumble. I don't think he ever demand. I don't think he ever had the. He couldn't demand a rematch because he wasn't the champion. I
yeah.
think Roman can demand a rematch because I mean he's been the champion for 3 years now, but or does he just want to go right off in the sunset? Maybe he goes make some more movies with The Rock. I
Honor of
don't
the
know.
king.
Yeah, I'm kind of on a boat where I think Roman's gonna ride off into the sunset if he loses to Cody. I mean, especially with the speculation about his health. Like obviously we don't know anything about that, but if he actually is sick, like if he loses the belt, ride off into the sunset, take care of yourself, and like you said, D-Way, maybe make some more movies with The Rock.
For real, honestly, that'd be the smartest, easier on the body, from what I've heard. I wouldn't know though. I'm not a movie star like some people.
So,
I bump elbows with the movies with all celebrities. What do you want me to say, man? I'm famous. I'm Boston Mike.
Boston Mike. You know who someone
The
Boston Mike really loves? L.A. Knight. And to follow that, do we think? I kind of think L.A. Knight's getting buried.
Good.
You
Let
feel
him
like
get
that, Mr.
buried.
Little? You feel like he's getting buried with this AJ
I
Styles
do.
match at WrestleMania? I do too. I agree.
I think he started getting booked very badly after the return of Randy Orton and CM Punk. They had
So
two
do we
more
think there's
names
too
that
much
they could
star
play with.
power then?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because they were pushing him real hard, and then Randy and CM Punk came back. They had these two flashy names, blast from the past. Let's push them. And then LA Knight kind of fell into the back burner, and now they have this LA Knight and AJ Styles thing that popped up out of nowhere at the Elimination Chamber, and now they're having a match, which I'm excited for. But
Yeah.
I completely agree with you, D-Way. I think they're burying him.
Yeah. No, I think so.
Well,
I
like I said during that match, I'll probably get up and get some chips, dips, maybe have something, a video or something. You never know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have plenty of time
you'd
because
be
it's going to be a
missing.
boring match.
You're gonna be missing a megastar. And see, that's your downfall. You want to be a
I,
great movie star. You got to be a
okay, if
megastar.
it's
Maybe you should look up the LA Knight. Yeah.
those glasses, yeah. No, definitely not. Not no LA Knight. You can look up at me,
I
the
mean,
Boston
yeah.
I just hope the crowd stays because people get red hot with the crowd, but they'll kind of fizzle out. I kind of hope the crowd stays with LA Knight because if they do, his push will eventually a push will come back. But if the crowd's
Yeah.
like, we're over it, then they're just
Well, I
gonna keep
mean,
burying.
I don't think the crowd's over. He's getting a event at WrestleMania. It's not like
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that, but
he's in WrestleMania, which is
yeah, I
basically, I
just like
think
to see.
he's on the bench just waiting for the proper story to come up, unfold,
No, I can
or
see that. Maybe he's
with
just sitting
him.
on the bench.
But he's a SmackDown guy, so that we got Randy Orton and SmackDown. We got a lot of talent in SmackDown that we can develop a story.
Well, they could have
Maybe
pushed him for the
Cody.
U.S. title, and then now we have this triple threat now. Like, there were avenues to push him, and
Yeah,
it seems to be exploring them. And
wasn't he
then,
the
like you
first one
said, Randy comes
eliminated?
back, CM Punk comes back.
Yep.
No, was he? I can't remember if LA Knight was the first one eliminated.
I think he
I don't
was.
remember.
I don't remember.
But
But still, it's no, because Logan Paul was eliminated before him because the thing was open and then AJ Styles came in.
That's
yeah, that's
right.
Because I remember watching it and thought, who left the door open to the elimination chamber?
right. I would have. My bad.
Right.
First day in the job.
So I saw some discussion the other day when I was on the interwebs, as you say. And you know how I've been kind of talking about, I think we're in that new era. We're getting to that shift of that new era here. I know when the Attitude Era started, it was the Austin 316 promo. In that time frame where he just ran off the top of the head and said what he said. Is there a moment right now that you guys are feeling like is starting that shift? Like,
I
I'll tell you my
So,
thoughts on that. And when that shift happened, and I think you were
mhm.
there for it, Boston Mike, is when Cody returned to WWE. I think that's when everything started trending upwards. I think it changed the game. They've done stuff they hadn't done in a long time. Was essentially took someone who made themselves on the indies and used their artwork, their persona. That hadn't been done in like what 15 years since the Attitude Era, essentially, because Vince McMahon's very picky. But with
yeah,
him gone now, I think that was the moment.
the boundaries are set for a new era. You're saying this is the new era.
Mm-hmm.
Is there going
Yep.
to be a name for this new era, or
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be. What do you guys? What kind of the American Nightmare era? I don't
I
know
would say
about
the
that.
exact
no
same thing.
Maybe the
Justice era?
Nightmare
Because
era.
the bloodline's gone, so Justice era or Glory era. I don't know. I'm just a referee. It comes in and calls the
So,
shots. That's it.
Gives the
to,
one,
to
two,
kind
three.
of, I guess, add on to the opinion that you put there, D-Way, is I think the uptick began when Cody came back, like you were saying, and pushed to where it is now. But I think not the nail in the coffin, but like the push over the edge to have it like really take off was Vince McMahon leaving because it completely opened up so much more
Yeah.
freedom because nobody had Vince in the back saying, "No, you can't do that. You're going to do it my way."
Yeah.
I can see that. I agree with that.
Mm.
Even a lot of interviews and stuff, people just said there's a different shift in the locker room. Michael Coles
Yeah,
came out and said like he's happy again. Just I can see
Good.
that. Even I mean Ronda Rousey. I know you're not a big Ronda fan, but she pretty much trashed Vince and the WWE in some interview pretty recently. I won't get into that, but it's pretty intense trashing.
guess I'm going to take a look.
Yeah, she went off on him.
What else has been in the stories? Or what else has been on the tickety talks you've seen or chat rumors?
I like to take
D-Wade
WrestleMania.
usually gets them.
Yeah, rumors at WrestleMania kick up like crazy. Anyone who likes a post or shares something or does this or does that, are they going to show up at WrestleMania? That's the question. So I don't
Hey,
want to
I've heard,
believe anything out
Stone
there on the
Cold
internet
coming
right
back,
now.
Stone
Oh,
Cold coming
Stone
out.
Cold. Hey, he's looking pretty jacked right now. He's been
Yeah,
working
I mean,
out. I
maybe
mean,
Stone Cold come
what is
out
he
tonight.
working out for?
I mean,
Maybe he just wants to look good at his age.
Right.
yeah, I
I
look
mean,
my
that would
best
be.
at this age.
You do.
He's like, what, 56, 57 Stone Cold, something like
Oh
that?
yeah, I think he's late 50s for sure.
Why not?
It could be Ric
Let's
Flair's like 83.
Ric
So,
Flair.
did you guys hear Oscar got injured?
Oh,
They,
really?
No,
yeah, they took her off of a lot of the live events. I don't think she's gonna miss WrestleMania, but she's not wrestling right now at all. So I don't. They haven't
Yeah.
gotten too many details of what that injury is. They've been kind of hushed about it, but yeah, she's been pulled off all the live events. Oh, a
Yeah.
knee
interesting.
injury.
All right. All right.
Let's see.
That'll do it.
Oh, Nick Aldis is hurt too. I did hear about that. Supposedly he tore his bicep.
Oh,
Is
Jesus.
what they're reporting. Yeah. He underwent surgery and is not expected to miss any TV time. Good for him. Unlike that CM Punk
Oh.
guy who misses all the TV time.
Well,
Because he's
speaking of
trash.
rumors, I did see Rodriguez. What's possible?
Yeah, Raquel?
Raquel. I did see Raquel Rodriguez. Is it Rodriguez? Am I saying her name right? God,
Yeah.
apologize. So, yeah, I did see Rodriguez. You could use that part. Left the card, or she like left
She
WWE.
No.
Something.
she got pulled off under like injury status.
Yeah.
So, because I saw the same thing. So they just haven't said whether or not it's like an actual injury
Uh,
or if it's her condition she has flaring up again.
Here you go. According to SE Scoops, she was sidelined due to a health concern
Oh, that's
from mast
terrible.
cell activation syndrome. So I'm assuming that health issue she's
Yeah.
had, but yeah, they've pulled her off for
Yeah.
now.
So
So
that
that
means
kind of
she's having another
sucks.
flare up. Yeah.
That's rough.
I like seeing her. She always had a big smile on her face. She's
For
happy to
real.
be there. Yeah.
I think legitimately she's the only one that could beat Rhea Ripley. There's maybe a few other. Nia Jax probably legitimately could see beating Rhea Ripley, but I mean, I liked her. I think she could. I think she could beat Rhea Ripley because I like to look at it in
Yeah.
terms of like Becky Lynch. If you think she's gonna be Rhea Ripley would smash her.
Yeah.
Like in a real fight, come on now. She's bigger than every
Yeah.
girl on that roster except for like 4. So
Becky Lynch couldn't find her way out of a wet paper bag at this point. So
She's main evented. I mean, she's one of the only
good
females
for
ever
her.
main event WrestleMania.
That was how many years ago was that?
16. I don't know.
That's my point. She's old.
so literally, you're
She's
gonna be super
addicted like her
mad
husband. She's
when
addicted like her husband.
Exactly.
She's a junkie.
so you can be super mad when
Well,
CM Punk's wife shows up at WrestleMania with him. Oh,
was that
AJ Lee.
AJ
She
Lee?
is.
Who's
Yeah,
his
she hasn't been
wife?
there in a minute. AJ Lee. She used to be an old female wrestler. Well, not old, but late 2010s maybe. She's
Yeah.
probably gonna get inducted in the Hall of Fame one day. Honestly, like she was kind of one of those generational shift with the women. I don't know if you guys remember the Bella twins.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Them.
remember them.
She was in that group with them. Early Sasha Banks type deal. Charlotte was in there, obviously. They're saying 7 matches per night for WrestleMania.
7?
Oh shit.
Yeah, 7 matches. So
Oh,
it's
so
gonna be a
there's.
stacked show.
Oh, we got.
7 matches, 7 hours.
For real. It's gonna be a long.
that also
Well,
means
they're saying they're
the-
starting it at like 6 Central, 7 Eastern. I think they said that's the start time. So I'm assuming it's gonna be what, 4 hours. I mean, I wouldn't have it up too late, would they?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm watching it on Tuesday.
yeah,
So.
there's only 10 matches right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
because you still need like the women's tag team titles. I don't know.
Well, we still have 2 more, 1, 2, 3, 5 episodes left because we have 3 Smackdowns and 2 Raws to solidify the rest of the card.
So yeah, it looks like it's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Living Room Referees. I want to thank my buddy Narc from None of Earth Channel, Attic Invaders. He does a lot of help with editing and tips and stuff to get this ball rolling. So I definitely want to thank my boy. Thank you. You guys got some TikToks out there, follow these gentlemen. I don't do the tickety talk.
Do the tickety talks.
I probably will one day. I don't know.
Oh,
But you guys got it down to a T. So until next week, buckle up and enjoy the ride. Peace.
Peace.